ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 65 of the TBD Gaming Podcast. As per usual, I'm your host Harry. Joining me today, we have Adri.
Hi, I'm here once more.
Welcome back, Adri. And we have Zergg.
Hi everyone. Very good
He's a
night.
lot. Very good.
I think
now, sir.
Sleepy.
Goodbye, Zergg. Goodbye. Good night.
Don't worry.
I'm actually under the impression after he said good night already, right? He's like,
Yeah.
Don't worry. I'm drinking coffee on behalf of Reese. Yeah.
Okay. Great job.
Great job. Speaking of Reese, thank you so much. He is
Yeah.
not joining us today. I think I did mention to him. I said, if he somehow still have time, finish his stuff or whatever, if you want to join us anytime, then he can just join in now. But anyway, right now he's not here. But yeah. So let's get started with our usual question. What we've been playing over the past week. I think let's start with Adri. Adri has something to share.
Wow. I've been playing multiverses, trying to catch up the past. I'm already at the 50th. Wait, did I finish 50th already? Oh yeah, I'm at the final tier streak, tier lane. So once I reach 70, then should be okay lah. I think I predicted maybe the next 2 weeks I might reach it, and then I'm done with that. I guess. Wow, multiverse is such a grind compared to Grand Blue Fantasy and maybe Exo Primal in some extent. At least Exo Primal has double EXP, where
yeah.
if you win, you get like triple level up. Where this one takes, they have a lot of things to do, like a lot of activities, a lot of things to get the EXP, but it's still such a slog. I mean, I started this like what early of June, so yeah. Now I'm only in the last two. Entering July, only halfway, not more than halfway. So yeah, I got that going around for my everyday grind. Uh, Other than that, I was playing Tales of Kenzara Zao, which is an interesting Metroidvania from Surgeon Studios, who is the founder, was the voice of the protagonist for Assassin's Creed Origins, the Egyptian guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So he made the studio. He announced this during Game Awards last year. Abu Bakar Salim.
Zhao. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I remember. Okay,
Zao.
can.
Yeah. It's very impressive for a first game. I have to admit, it's their first game and it's freaking impressive. It's a good Metroidvania. It's not that long. It's like 12 hours. I'm already like going to the. It's like 4 bosses only. So I already finished the first 2 areas and uh entering the third one, and then I'm assuming there's a fourth one. So yeah, the story is pretty good. Characters are pretty well fleshed out, and the setting is very different than what we've seen before. Like not as Eastern or Middle Eastern, but more of an African culture, which we rarely see. So yeah, it feels new. It feels new and all that. So yeah, and the gameplay is pretty good for a first game. Not in depth gameplay, I have to admit, but it feels great and it's very good. Yeah, for a very first game for that studio. So yeah, I enjoyed it. So if you got a chance to play it, go ahead. It's on every platform except mobile. So yeah, should run well. Even on the Switch, I think it runs well.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, cool. Moving on to Zerk.
Hey. Despite I have a lot of time, despite me not
Oh.
sleeping. Yeah. So I have an extra 16 hours for 2 days compared to everyone else.
Hey, 60 hours for you, man. That's dangerous. What games do you play?
That's the
You
thing.
finished three. Yeah.
I just got back to Returnal PS5.
Oh.
I was playing with
Okay.
my friend. Co-op. Man, that
Oh,
game is
wow,
so
okay.
hard. I need to start from the beginning. I don't even know how to
Damn, I
shoot.
need to get into that. I need to get into Returnal too.
So yeah, I was. It was. It has been 2 years since I played. Yeah, the game is so hard. I need to catch back because yeah, you need to dodge, but it's still a pretty game. But it is unforgiving. Unlike Hades.
Oh,
Yeah,
surprising.
it's a good game. I would say if the game is like 170, I think it's worth it. With the gameplay right now and the graphic and the feel. So yeah, and I'm using my Edge controller, PS Edge controller, so I
Oh,
think it's a bit better.
okay, okay.
Yeah, but just for the past few days. Other than that, I've been playing a new game. A
Oh,
game that I got a new code from the developer.
Ooh.
whoa.
Not sure whether you guys have heard this. It is called
Influencer?
Supervive.
Say again?
It's the
What?
Loki project, Project Loki, and it is officially being called Supervive. Super
Supervise?
VIVE. Yes, correct.
Never heard of
It's
it.
yeah. It's a play
I
test.
see.
I'm not sure
Supervise.
whether it's beta or apa. It is a top down. Uh um
Where I heard this before.
it is like, yeah, we heard about this game in one of the game show. I can't remember when. I cannot really think right now, but
Yeah, I can remember also.
I don't know. I don't know where's my brain. I really cannot think. Okay, anyway, um, imagine playing, imagine playing, Apex Legend, League of Legend,
Uh-huh.
Overwatch,
Yeah.
Smash, everything at one go. So it's a battle royale again, like I'm saying. So
Okay.
even the team are made of the team that have made League of Legend, Halo, Destiny, Overwatch, and Valorant,
Wow.
if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
So this game was multiplayer. I got 30 codes from the developer that I've been giving
30.
away. 30.
Wow.
Give
It
me
is.
one.
I think. Yeah, I can give you guys. I think it is not
Nice.
even an alpha. It is still considered as pre alpha, I think. So they have some periods of pre-alpha testing, meaning to say you cannot play the game every day. They will open up for a week, close it, open again the next 2 days for the whole
I
week,
see.
something like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's a
See.
yeah. Initially, it was a bit buggy. So yeah, I love it.
That's
Okay.
quite cool
You're
though.
playing that.
That's
Yeah, it's
interesting way.
free as well. It's a mobile like brawler. I don't know how you define this kind of game, but
It has
I
that
would say it's a battle royale.
Dota kind of feel.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah,
Am I looking
I'm
at the
looking at
same
it.
yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Oh,
It has
interesting.
that.
But the way the play style is not Dota,
Okay, okay, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's resembling all this battle royale of
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Valorant and everything like that.
Cool though.
So
Yeah.
they try to catch that kind of niche market. So I think it's kind of fun. A lot of people joining the game. So yeah, it's a good game. I hope it can be sustainable
Mhm.
and hopefully it can come to a console. I heard that there's a mode whereby you can play up to 40 people. I have no idea what that is. So it sounds
8 people
interesting.
in one battlefield. Holy crap!
I have no idea, but considering how the game is free and I got 40 codes, so yeah, it's a good one.
Give us one, dude.
Sure, I'll post it. No, I'm not posting it to you guys because it was closed for the past 2 3 days, 2 days, and then
Oh,
yeah, and
okay.
then probably they open it again. I think this today for the next 1 week. I'll give it to you guys. Don't worry. I think that'll be it. Those are the two games that I played. Yeah, yes, I still play here and there. All this, the usual game that I played socially, like Diablo and all. Yeah, that's it from me.
Hey, that's cool though.
That's cool.
Supervise sounds pretty good. It looks pretty
Super
okay.
vibe.
Yeah,
Super
now you
vibe.
mention it, it looks quite familiar. Come to think of it. Um,
Mhm.
as for me, hold on, let me see. Busy last week, but I did get a chance to play some games. Let's see. What else did I play? Some notable ones. I there's a sale currently from Nintendo eShop, so I finally bought, what's it already? Damn. I finally cave in. I bought Dave the Diver. Um, and I
Uh,
bought Darkest Dungeon. I bought
Yay!
the deluxe edition, whatever it's Astral, whatever it is edition. So I basically got all the
oh yeah.
DLC, but that will take some time to play. I basically just dabbled into it. I decided to just play the most easiest mode. I don't
It's
think I
very
will feel
fun.
bad about it because that game is pretty hard.
Don't feel bad.
Even in the easiest form, I still feel like at some point, I'm almost near death in certain situations. So I did play a dabble a little bit of that because I'm always interested on the art style, and also want to get used to the gameplay so that I can get into Darkest Dungeon 2 when it comes out. That's one. Next is Dave the Diver. I mentioned just now already. I played quite a bit of quite a few hours, I think. 5 6 hours. There's always things happening whenever you get to the restaurant, to get to your sushi bar. There's always something happening
Restaurant.
when you get to the ocean. I love the ocean. It has a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things that I love about indie games. I love, you guys know I love pixel art. I adore pixel arts, especially the detailed ones. Like super detailed, but it's pixel art. So it has exploration. It has and also the management sim for a restaurant.
Yeah.
So it has a lot of stuff that I enjoy. I know from the very beginning. I know I will enjoy this game already. One, it's just I'm just waiting for a sale. So finally got a sale. So I finally got it, and plus the DLCs are free. And oh wait, that's the reason why I got the game, because I heard that the Godzilla DLC is timed,
Yes,
so-called
it
time
is.
exclusive, something like that. So there's I think
Yeah,
there's you'll be gone by sometime near this year, end of this year, I
in
think.
October I heard.
Was it
In
something like that?
October.
Yeah.
Was it
So
October or November? I
yeah,
forgot.
I remember this year somewhere late. So you sounds about
I have
right.
to start playing that too.
Yeah, so I actually made a note to buy the game regardless this year. So somehow got the sale, so I just got it lah. I love what I played just so far. It has a very mysterious kind of vibe into it, especially when you get even more deeper into the ocean. I am just
Uh-huh,
about
uh-huh.
to get into the the when things got dark. I think I'm just before that, so I just got the quest
Oh.
to get the lamp,
Wow.
the headlamp, so I'll do that lah. But I do enjoy this management sim lah. That is so my vibe lah. So that one as well. So the two games, just mention one more, is Star Wars Hunters.
Yay.
I'm very jealous of Adri, because he actually somehow he has time to clear the tiers. I try to play an hour every day, I guess, or at least a few matches every day. I'm only at tier like 25, 26,
oh,
27.
oh,
I'm not gonna
this
be
is the
able
part.
to.
Yeah, this is
I'm
the part
not.
I'm not playing so much also.
Yeah, I love the game. I enjoy the game a lot. Um, but I'm not leveling up for my tier. I don't know
Yeah.
why. So
What
Next
slow.
game
the
again, are you talking about?
Sorry?
what?
What game are you playing that you have time to play again?
Star Wars Hunters.
The Star Wars Hunters. Star Wars Hunters.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually don't mind the game. I actually don't mind losing and stuff like that. It is like, it's so fun. Things are so quick, but it is just leveling up is so slow. I don't know why.
Mm.
I think I just
Okay.
unlocked there's this Jedi, the robot Jedi.
So yeah,
Forgot the name.
J3DI.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
J3DI.
I want to try that one.
Yeah, that's the
Because I
name.
actually get killed by quite a lot of these when I was playing, using other
Oh yeah.
characters.
If
The
they
one
know how to play it, crazy.
Yeah, I love using the first character that you get, the
Imara.
ah
Imara Vex.
yeah, I love using that one so far.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She's pretty
Yeah,
good. I like her.
and
I come back to her once in a while.
yeah, and whenever there's a power, so called the defend, so what's it called? What's the mode called? The power struggle.
Control.
Basically
Power
you
control.
power control. Yeah, power control. I always use
Yeah.
the clone trooper, the captain.
Sentinel.
Senator, that's correct. I always try
I
to use
got
that
you,
one.
bro. Don't worry. I got you.
Yeah, I try to use that because that character is very good
Yeah.
for defending and stuff like that. But I do get when I but of course if I face against like super experienced players, I get wow the character get very slow, very clunky, very slow. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Dave the Diver, Darkest Dungeon, and
I was
some
under.
Star Wars Hunters. So yeah, managed the game. So pretty good. I'm pretty happy about it. Oh, sorry, I just want to
Nice, nice.
mention one more. I'm so sorry. I just played a little bit of the Callisto Protocol. I don't know why people don't like the game.
Oh,
I actually quite enjoy the combat. I think maybe people don't like it because you need to get more up close and personal with the monsters.
the enemy.
The yeah, the monsters. So I don't know lah. I find that it's okay lah. No, so far it's okay. So far
I
it's
want
okay.
to try it someday.
I quite enjoy the game so far. So
Compared to Dead Space, how is it? Is it like super similar or is it like
no.
is it so?
The vibe, the general vibe of it, I think can lah. It's there's a similarity to it lah. But in terms of
Uh-huh.
the combat, no. Combat, no. Um,
Okay.
in that space, I feel like you can. It's more what's it called? Encouraged to play safe. You shoot from afar with a distance,
Okay.
but for
Right.
Callisto Protocol, no, you have to get close.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
as in like you need to learn how to dodge the enemy's attack, but it's not that really that difficult. Just press left and right only. Um, press and hold left and right only to dodge the attacks, and then know
Okay.
when to shoot the gun and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty cool so far. I just feel a bit sad that they did not sell well. But anyway,
Yeah.
I just want to quickly mention that, although I didn't play too
At
much of it. Anyway,
at
all
least
right,
we got
cool.
it for free.
You try actually should try to play that game. Like, I feel like after the very first hour of like getting like seeing how the monster looks, right? It's pretty
Okay.
much like dodging
Action adventure.
and yeah, and just shooting. That's about it. The horror vibe, okay lah. Once you know the enemy how it looks like already, not so scary anymore lah, Adri. Seriously. This is that game. This
Yeah.
is that game that once you get to know the first time, right? This is pretty much it. That's why it's scary, I feel. Alright. Anyway, so let's get started with our questions. Hold on a second, yeah. Let me put my stuff out first. So nothing too big happened over the past week. So what we do is we will have some small, not say mini lah, smaller topics that we'll go through. Okay, so there was actually one question. Let's start with this one. There was actually one question that I forgot to ask during the last podcast, which is which is the best gaming showcase this summer? So I think the answer should be quite obvious, but I'm just curious what you guys think. Adi, wanna go with first? Basically, I'm counting in Sony's State of Play. That sounds right? So State of
Okay.
Play,
Yeah.
Summer Game Fest as a whole, yeah, or the first day itself, lah. I feel
The
like it's
first
like
day.
this too
Yeah.
much happening later on. Because if you want to do
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
right, technically Xbox Showcase should be counted in as well. So I don't want to do that. So first day of Summer
Exactly.
Games Fest, then
First day.
Xbox
Okay.
Showcase, and then Nintendo
Okay.
Direct. So we have these four
Yeah.
to go with, lah. So which one would you think is the best one?
Okay. It gradually increased. At first, well, to start off, Sony Stereo Play was a bit meh. Not so much. Nothing interesting much happened. Just a regular. What did they show? Concord. They show. Jeez, I forgot what they show already. But yeah, see, you can see it's not that memorable. When it comes to the
Astrobot,
general.
lah, the best one, right?
Yeah. The what? Astrobot. Oh
Astrobot,
yeah,
yeah, Astrobot was good,
Yes,
yeah.
Astrobot. And then I remember they were showing something. But it was okay lah. Then it comes to Summer Game Fest. Summer Game Fest like turn it up a notch a bit. Uh, the main take from that one is the reveal of a new Power Rangers game.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's the one main take from me from from that Summer Game Fest. Everything else was okay. Killer Bean is back. That's cool. But nothing much. Yeah, Power Rangers took it from me. That one. So I thought Summer Game Fest started good, and then Xbox came, and Xbox was pretty good as well. They had like um, obscure Expedition 33. They had the New Gears of War. They had what else is that? They had the all the day one game. What's that? What's that? The one in the swamp. There's Flintlock. There's I forgot
Ah,
Midnight. I
midnight
forgot
in the
also, right? But
something something lah. But I get that
yeah,
one. The African lady in sitting on the
yeah,
big fish, right?
yeah.
Yep.
With the frame rate animation, a bit more like Spider Verse, that kind of thing. So yeah, there was that, and I thought Xbox almost top Summer Game Fest a bit, but Summer Game Fest was still uh pretty decent. So they were like neck and neck. Then comes Nintendo. Nintendo's one. Oh man. Oh man, Nintendo's one. Oh man. We were there. Can't believe it. It was beyond what I expected. It it's kinda like on par to their Smash reveal and their Smash character reveals. Subsequent character reveals after that. It was pretty unexpected, but very welcoming. Uh it has like the revival of many titles that people um thought wouldn't be coming back, like Mario and Luigi Brothership and Metroid Prime 4. Finally, some news on Metroid Prime 4 and gameplay. Yeah, that's amazing. And what else is there? New Mario Party, a playable Zelda game. Finally, I don't know if it's main. Would you consider that mainline or But it looks like another mainline um Legend of Zelda game. Am I right?
I
So
feel like it's always a main line. You can tell if it's a side thing, like Hyrule Warriors is a side thing.
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Triforce Heroes, I would even consider Triforce Heroes a side thing.
Yeah. Okay.
But this one I feel like it's a main line lah. I'll give it a main lines stamp lah. If it's me lah.
I think so. I would think so as well. So yeah, a lot of milestones were fun, and of course the revival of the announcement of Marvel vs. Capcom collection that blew my freaking mind when it was uh showing off. I cannot believe that's coming back. My childhood, the one that got me to fighting games is Marvel vs. Capcom 1, so I cannot believe that is coming back. A lot of people are hoping will lead to a new Marvel vs. Capcom game in Evo, which is in July this next month. So yeah, it has big implications when it comes out. Dragon Quest 3, finally some news, revealed release date, and the reveal of 1 and 2 HD remake as well. Oh man, I thought it'll be great to know some Dragon Quest 12 stuff, but this is good too. This is good. Like 3 and 1 and 2 reveal. Oh man. It was it was a roller coaster ride for me from start to finish. So yeah, I gave Nintendo an S rank in our previous podcast, and they deserve it very so because the previous Nintendo direct has been a bit
Ooh.
lackluster and not. Oh, look who's here! A bit normal, but so this one they really like cranking up to 11. So yeah, I give it to Nintendo, man. It was so simple. It wasn't showboating like Xbox and all that or Summer Game Fest. They were just pre-recorded stuff. They just show casually like here's a new Marvel's Capcom collection. We're gonna revive them again, and then they like move on to Mario Party right after that. That is so typical Nintendo, man. Doing it everything casually and just take every hype everything just in face value, and they know they're gonna make a lot of money. That's how cool that presentation is. It's like is there everything thing, everyday thing they've been doing, and they're just like, Yeah, we know we're gonna make money. Here's a reveal of Metro Prime 4 gameplay. Please give us your money in the future. Ding.
So Adri's based on everything that Audrey said, the best showcase, the best showcase, if I hear it correctly, is Nintendo. I'm sorry, yeah. No, I mean, I already give very, very good justifications. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I know, I know, I know. I know. I'm just trying to. I'm just joking. All right. So sorry about that. We are back, and we have Reese. Reese is joining
Hi,
us
everyone.
for a short while, just in time
Yes.
to share his opinion,
Thank you.
which is the best showcase over the
Oh,
past 4 showcases that we
Sony.
saw.
Uh,
Huh? What? Okay.
Wow.
All right. Thank you so much, Reese. All right. Thank you. I'm not sure why you're still here, but bye.
Wow. Not expected at all.
All right. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. If it's Sony, even if it's Sony, we gotta know why. All right.
Okay.
but
Reese.
it, I would say it was pretty tough. I mean, that point, that question is a pretty tough question because, while I'm a big Ninty fan, but I think I was pretty I did enjoy Xbox Showcase as well. So
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah, there were a couple of games that, of course, uh, we don't really get timeline on most of them, but something that would definitely be very exciting if you can play those game. Uh, so yeah, Gears of War, sneak peek, and then and then of course Indiana Jones. Of course, everyone is excited for that game. Uh, so yeah, it's pretty. It's a very tough call. I would just give it a bit of age to Nintendo because I think because the usual process that Nintendo does, which is they only announce those games that are really in their schedule to be released. Uh, and then of course, mainly I think we've talked about this before as well. If I'm not mistaken, the expectation for Nintendo Direct was pretty low because of we has the assumption that they are done with Switch and they just wanna just clear off that last backlog of games for them. But unfortunately, well, I don't know which is that should be the right word to use or not, but it was it definitely go against whatever we thought it would be. So that made it like a big splash of surprise. And especially when we're gonna get a new Zelda game, of course, albeit it's a 2D, 3D, 2D kind of Zelda, top-down kind of Zelda. But still, we're gonna get it in September. That's pretty soon, and I think that is one of the most exciting news. And I know in general, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond was the biggest take because we have been waiting for that game for like 7 freaking years, and finally they've released not only the the so-called the title of it kind of stuff, but they even shared the gameplay video, which has always been something that we want to see uh, uh, in a showcase, right? We love to see gameplay. Of course, I think there was in the Twitter feed that was saying that people were expecting more like a cinematic kind of showcase. I'm pretty surprised to hear that because I believe we always love to see the gameplay, right? More than the cinematic. Well, cinematic definitely gonna be more bombastic kind of stuff, but then gameplay video are the best, right? So yeah, I'm just giving a bit of age to Nintendo on this. Maybe like a 5 point extra, just because they doing whatever they do, whatever the best that they always uh, do in terms of showcase. So yeah, but yeah, again, I still wanna just give a bit of clap to Xbox well because they did deliver a lot of exciting news on the showcase. Yep,
All right.
that's my
Cool.
take.
So for Reese is Nintendo, but Xbox coming very close second.
Very close, very close.
Very, very close. Cool.
I
Then
respect
we
that.
have Zerg.
Yeah, right, both them. I think so. Hi Reese. Hi everyone.
Everything okay with you, Zerg? Sounds a
I
bit
hope
tired.
so.
Sounds a
Right.
bit-
If I were to choose, I really cannot choose precisely right now which one is the best. But one thing for sure, PlayStation is not it.
Unfortunately, yeah.
That is for sure. That's something that I can confirm,
Damn.
110%. Unless you're the Astrobot guy, which I
Oh
am
yeah.
not. And the reason being Xbox versus Nintendo, right? Nintendo, I have so many first party game that I want to play, including the third party game, especially Dragon Quest.
Yo, Dragon Quest. Oh my god.
Especially, I pre-ordered that thing. I really want to get that collector edition. I'm waiting for our local not Antasiki to bring it over to Malaysia, but we'll see how it goes from there. Um, Xbox. The thing about Xbox that I'm happy with is in Malaysia it's all about our Game Pass, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of game they're gonna be releasing Game Pass, especially next year. So that is a big win for us. So
Mhm.
Switch, yes, we're looking forward to new Switch Pro, Switch 2.
Hmm.
First party game, like Adri said, Marvel vs. Capcom is everyone's
Oh my
dream.
god, that was
Uh,
correct.
I'm still gonna get the physical copy of that one.
Yeah.
But we need to wait and see. Because Metroid, Zelda,
Mm.
I want to get a console of that because it looks as
Oh,
beautiful as the first
Wow.
3DS.
the Switch Lite.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like good.
man, I love those. But anyway, yeah, Nintendo close call between the two of them. But I'm pretty sure once we have Switch 2, everything will be just them, you know. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with all the showcase of the game, with all the game that we're gonna have just in a bit.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
we're a winner then.
Win for the customer, exactly, consumer.
Yeah, we're the winner. Yeah.
In the end. I'm not sure whether you guys checked out IGN Live. There were a session with, if I'm not mistaken, Phil was one of the.
Yeah.
And then,
Phil Spencer.
this one in regards to what Zerg was saying, Switch 2, right? So apparently there was a question about handheld, and I think we're gonna see a new Xbox handheld coming up really soon.
Maybe.
Yeah,
It could
because
be.
yeah,
It could be possible.
Spencer was like, yeah, just saying that he's giving hints that they are working on it. So yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
I mean, in one of the Microsoft leaks, they did mention of a handheld, right?
something like that.
They did mention of a handheld, so we
they
just
should
don't know
do
what it
something.
is. Yeah,
It,
I
it,
would.
we're
Go ahead.
rising. Reaching a era of mobile
Yeah,
PC with the ROG Ally and Steam Deck. So
correct.
I'm not surprised if Microsoft wants to do the same also. It's not just for Xbox, but just Microsoft in general. Maybe they want to do a
Correct.
Surface Play or whatever.
Correct. Surface Play. Yeah.
They could be doing it under the Surface name and then just put Xbox
Mm-mm.
better Xbox functionality in it. And then they say like, oh, it's just a mobile PC, but you could also play Xbox. And then
Exactly.
that could reach more casual owners instead of gamers, and that will
If
reach further. So yeah, you never know.
if you're not mistaken, right? So we're talking about market of a segment of market around 150 million of so-called console gamer with the with the asterisk that PS2 reached that highest level of
Yeah,
consumer market, right? But we need to accept the fact that mobile market is way way
yeah,
way bigger, right? So if they don't do that, the mobility, they're losing a lot of those cents and coins, right? So yeah, I think that's just the way it is lah. So
I would hope for a handheld from Xbox, but maybe a little bit more affordable. Because currently,
you
like
you
all these like PC, mini PC, portable
rock
PC, ROG and stuff lah. You get the point lah. They are quite expensive. It's like
Agree.
the Steam Deck is like 2.5K at least, right?
Mhm.
And the ROG is like 3K. I sometimes see people like showing the promos, right?
Zerg got rock, right? You have rock, right, Zerg?
Yeah.
So yeah, of course you
He's
would be
one
the.
of many.
I
Of course.
think I think everyone is looking. Not everyone. Everyone who is in the market for that kind of Steam Deck, Ally, Claw, whatever. They've been looking for Xbox Game Pass kind of console because if you were to use Steam Deck and Ally and everything, it's not perfect. As for now, Steam Deck is the best because Steam Deck is as good as
Mhm.
our Nintendo Switch. It's a Note friendly. Everything is being supported. Some of Switch, everything is. There's a lot of game on Switch, right? So yeah, it will be interesting. Just that knowing Xbox, will it come to Malaysia, Asia?
So sad lah.
I have no idea. We don't even have Xbox in our country, right? So yeah.
Exactly.
Correct.
But maybe if under the Surface brand, then maybe yes, because Surface does have quite, I mean,
Big market.
quite a good presence lah in Malaysia as well. Because usually if you go to these electronic shops, like laptop shops or whatever, Harvey Norman or whatever it is, right? You will see Surface laptops. So if they have a handheld under the Surface brand, they might use it through that way to actually sell it. So I just hope for a more affordable handheld from Xbox, so that at least it encourage more people to get. Right now, just maybe it's just me lah, but I'm seeing more of a certain niche of people would actually want the rocks, the claws, and whatever Legion Go or whatever it is. Yeah, unless they get cheaper, right? Else, right? What's the point of getting those? Right? You can just use the same money to buy a laptop to do work.
But for me, considering all this handheld, cheap for them, I think is 2000 ish.
Yeah, 2000 each,
Yeah. So that is the cheap definition of.
Sorry, just to butt in here. So, do you feel it's on the term of that mobility, right? Does ROG and Steam Deck?
Which one is better?
No. Do they really meet that mobility requirement?
Okay.
I mean, because we are talking about things like I think like Game Boy Advance, maybe even a handphone, mobile, right? Those I think one of the main reason that it is so successful because it has the battery life that can sustain through the period of that mobility, right? So that's why for ROG. I think Steam Deck is slightly better, but I'm not sure about ROG. I've heard a lot about Steam Deck. They are still pretty good in terms of the mobility, right? But ROG, I'm not sure how mobile it is, right? I mean, it's what do you think? I mean, maybe your input.
When you talk about mobile portability and how easy it is, how chargeable, how quick it is for you to execute the game, I think all of them are within the same ecosystem, except Steam Deck, they have their own OS, right? But lucky enough, last week when I was in KL for half a day, I managed to meet a guy in MRT, and he was sitting there playing with his Steam Deck, and he has ROG Ally. So we were talking about those kind of thing, console, and why he doesn't have Switch and he doesn't play Game Boy or whatever. And true enough, all both of us agree that in terms of battery wise, nothing can beat Switch. It has a very super battery, especially Switch Lite, right? You can play like 3-4 hours out of the blues. Which, for example, in Switch Steam Deck, it can last only for 30-45 minutes in highest setting.
That's sad.
And it will get very hot. And this guy is holding a 100,000 battery that he purchased.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god! I think I've heard of that.
He just got back from work, and then I was telling him, why do you like ROG so much? And then he said, I can use it for work because it's literally just a portable
PC, mobile
window.
PC. Yeah, okay.
So yeah, but I
Mm.
think if you were to talk about Malaysians, right, it's not there yet unless you're really into it. Because honestly speaking, if you were to use that money just to buy a laptop,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What,
you will
what
get a better
seriously?
spec.
Yeah,
You will get a better spec. But who are those people who wants it? Is those people who commute a lot, fly a lot, use MRT where you cannot open up your laptop.
Mm.
And of course, you're the one who has a cash to buy those kind of things. So
True.
those population can be very very small. I would say less than 10%. But yeah, if what Harry is saying is true, Surface, yeah, they're following ROG because the availability will be everywhere. Even Steam also you cannot buy in Malaysia. It is not
Betul.
available in Malaysia.
Correct.
So yeah, we just need to wait and see. But if it's good enough, our PS Portal also is not available in Malaysia. They said they want to release it this end of April. That's what
But
Game was
uh,
saying. We still haven't got
betul.
it yet.
yeah.
I think I'm not gonna buy it anymore since it is not being released in Malaysia because buying that. Well, I've been waiting for it every month for sale. The cheapest I saw was 1,100. I think it's a bit steep for the functionality, right?
Yep.
Mm.
So yeah, it's a bit of a higher controversy, lah. Reese. So
Yeah.
for youngster, for student, I don't think all these console
Not for them.
portable,
Yeah.
yeah, gonna be for them. Yeah.
Definitely not for them.
Especially with how the market is really steering towards those mobile games like Mobile Legends kind of stuff, and yeah,
Which is
those
so
kind of things.
famous. Mm.
Yeah, this too influential dekat Malaysia kan. So in a
Diablo
way,
Diablo Immortal, as fuck as it is still making money.
uh,
Yeah,
Diablo Immortal is still making money. That's what he said.
yeah, still making
correct, yeah,
money, and
exactly.
people are still
Mobile game,
playing
right?
that.
Mobile.
So yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
Everyone has a phone.
I agree with especially
So
what Zergg mentioned to the last point where, especially in Malaysia, the penetration of the mobile market is much stronger. That a lot of people are more inclined to play like mobile games like what we say, Mobile Legends, whatever
Mm,
mobile games and stuff like that. They would rather play that. For them, those are great already. So why do I
correct.
have to spend money to buy even a Switch? Even if they are really
Yeah,
lazy to get a Switch,
agree.
what do you think they're gonna spend even more, like double or triple or
ROG,
quadruple,
no,
to get a
there's no way, right?
Rock or Claw or Legion Gold, whatever it is, right? And just one last thing before I move on to the next topic, right? I always see, right, whenever people are in the online groups, right, whenever they share their all these gaming PCs, right? Whenever I share a screenshot of the device, right, it's always charged one. I'm just an observation I
Mhm,
see from my end lah.
correct.
I hardly see like uncharged. I always see like it's
Someone
always
playing on the
plugged.
screen, right?
Yeah, it's always charged. I'm like,
Exactly,
and
exactly.
somehow what Zerg told me just now, like 30, 45 minutes. I've heard of that before. I'm like, you guys okay with it? For me, right, I get PTSD, I see that whole thing go down super quick. Tak boleh. Last time my laptop, my Surface laptop, like, got problem. 1 hour, it dropped, tuk, 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 tuk. I'm like, no, man, I can't do that. Seriously,
I
especially for
Yeah.
gaming.
I remember, right, like years ago, right, when I taken years, it was way back when I went back to my hometown in Kelantan, right. There was like a big traffic jam, raya time kan, and my Game Boy Advance was able to tank it, and I was so uh, how to say, so uh I didn't appreciate that a lot that time, but nowadays when you see a lot of those mobile platform that couldn't even survive up to 4 hours, I was like, last time Game Boy Advance was able to tank all that 7-8 hours for the trip. So it was those kind of things you don't see a lot of it nowadays lah. Nowadays, I mean, of course, it goes back to whatever software that's you're talking about, right? But then we would expect that leap of tech between that period of time against now. It would be at a pace to cover whatever graphical kind of ability that we have nowadays, right? But then again, yeah, you see, yeah, that's That's just
Yeah, agreed. I
kan,
think
betul kan? Hmm.
when I was in Milan and Locomo last month, I
Hmm.
didn't bring my Switch. I didn't bring my Steam
Hmm.
Deck, but I was bringing my what do you call that? Black one, black
Oh, okay.
the one that you can snatch on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
400 ringgit device, and also my Li,
Mm.
because thinking, okay, this is like a PC that I can use.
Mm.
Trust me, you don't even want to turn it on. If you have a very easy console like Switch, even Steam Deck to a
Mm.
later extent, you want those reliable machine, and also
Mm.
just a quick simple game that you can just play and hop on, just to kill that 1 or 2 hour or even 30 minutes. Because I was using a train from Milan to Zurich for an hour. Can't remember how many hours it was. And then yeah, thinking about how the battery gonna last for 45 minutes and the plug and everything, blah blah blah. I don't have power bank. Yeah, I decided to just turn it off after 5 minutes. So
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, Switch
Yep.
makes
Yep.
sense for
Those
everything. Yeah,
those are like small stuff, but actually makes a lot of
yeah, it's
difference,
a first world
especially.
problem, but that matters. Yeah, a lot.
Yep, I totally agree. Especially like spending a lot of time in airports. Like, damn. Okay. All right.
All
We
right, guys.
shall. Oh, all
I
right.
gotta go.
Thank
Catch
you,
up with you guys
Reese.
later. Bye.
Reese
Bye.
is just in
Maybe
Bye.
thanks.
time. Thank you, Reese. Bye. He's just
Bye.
in time for help us finish off one other topic. Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
I think should be a pretty small one, but let's talk about it. Should remastered HD versions of old games be sold at full or high price? Basically, this question is inspired by the news that Donkey Kong Country Returns HD
Oh, that one.
will
Okay.
be priced not 70 but 60. In a way, with
69.
how Switch games are priced these days, 60 is I'll consider as full price lah. 60 and 70 I'll consider them as a pretty similar level lah. So what do you guys think? Do you guys actually agree that
Nandini, paling na
um
dito.
what do you guys think about games like Donkey Kong Country Returns HD being priced at full price? Because I share my view first. Based on the footages that's being shown, I don't, and based on the fact that I don't think they add new stuff, and I mean they did add like some stages that are, they compile all the stages lah from past versions into one, but the graphics and stuff, right, after I look into it lah, full price, I feel lah it's not worth it lah. That's what I think. Who wants to go first? Should we go with Zerg first? Zerg.
Yeah, because I wanna ask. I read about the hoo ha in internet. So basically, the whole idea and the whole commotion is about how expensive Donkey Kong is,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
right? And then how there's nothing to it other than okay. I think coming from myself, if you were to talk about Donkey Kong per se, definitely I'm not gonna buy it per se.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike Paper Mario, right? So
Yeah.
reason being, okay, number one, yes, it is a good game. I played this game before. Reese has played this game when he was a kid, probably when we were not being born. Yeah, and then
What? What? Say again?
everyone who said that, oh, I've been playing this game. None of you has played this game. But anyway,
Okay,
for me
man.
the price, for me the price is, yeah, it's a bit steep, but I think when Nintendo set the price, I really think they're not expecting this game gonna be number one bestseller for the next few months. I think it's just
Yeah.
nostalgia. Yeah, I think this is just nostalgia. If I'm the guy who is so inclined towards the game, I will definitely gonna buy it. Like how Dragon Quest is this is a different story, right? But Dragon Quest is so expensive, 259 ringgit, 79, I don't know what's the price in USD, but I keep fighting my own demon, saying, okay, I need to get this game, I need to get this game. Eventually, I pre-order it because it brings so much. Because if you want something, you will justify everything out of it. You know, even if the brand, the color, oh, there's a black spot in it. Yeah, that's a good reason for me to buy things. But personally, for myself, um, I don't think it's justifiable unless it's something that you just want to keep. You're a collector, for example. You've never played this kind of game, and you think, oh, this is a good game for me to give a present to someone or for myself who never touched this game before, then it is. Believe it or not, say for example, if they were talking about Final Fantasy Tactics and they're just gonna do similar thing, I think there'll be a lot of people. I have a group of friends who talk about Final Fantasy Tactics almost every day that we went out for lepak. So
I
yeah,
okay.
Not
So
for me.
yeah.
I have a thought about this, right? Okay. For Final Fantasy Tactics for the PS1, right? Is it stuck on the PS1? Let's not talk about the sequels later on now. But I'm just talking about that game in itself, Tactics, the very first one. Is it available in other forms? Like, is it available in other platforms or later
It's on
PlayStation? Do
it's
they
on the
have?
phone,
It's on the phone as
iOS and
well.
Android.
Even
Yeah.
iOS and Android. But in terms of console, talk about console.
The uh,
You have it in PlayStation Vita as well and PlayStation 3.
PlayStation 3. But
that's that's
I
that's
mean,
all from the PSP port lah.
okay,
Correct, correct.
but
Mm.
my point is that okay, despite those, right, it's still those are like PSP, Vita, PS3. It's still quite some time ago, right? So if you ask me, if they release Tactics, the first one, on modern platforms, if they really want to charge 60, I think still okay because it's still quite some time ago. But
More.
Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, the Donkey Kong Country Returns itself got released in like quite recently as well. Right? Is it on the NSO? Is that game on the NSO? I'm
No,
not
I don't
sure.
think so. It
Is it?
is.
Is
It's
that
not.
game on the Wii U?
It's
I
on the
think
Wii.
it's on the Wii.
It was on the Wii. So it should be backward compatible with the Wii U.
Yeah, so it's on the Wii. I don't know, lah, but I feel like this game is like keep being released, just recently released. Not
Oh, it got ported to the 3DS
yeah. Oh
also.
yeah, the 3DS as well. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's the timeline is still quite recent. That's why I always feel like suddenly you release on modern platforms and then you charge me 60. I feel that's not very justifiable unless the very last time people play the game is on the Super Nintendo or maybe on the GameCube. I would go as far as that lah. But after that, right, it's like 3DS. It feels very. It's still quite near. So I feel like if you release like that and you charge me 60 full price, I feel not very worth it. Despite how much I like the game, but that's just me lah. I feel like it's just too close. Not not a, there's not a distant time is being that's gone by that to justify that $60 lah. But that's just me. What do you think, Adri? Would you?
Same. I would agree with you, Harry. Like, yeah, depends on the context and the the development of when it was last released compared to well compared to Donkey Kong since it's on the Wii before and 3DS after. I feel like they could have just remastered another game that hasn't been ported to another system in a while. Unless in Nintendo's backlog, like they already ran off other games to port to the Switch, which I find it unlikely. They have a lot of things to port it to, but yeah, like depends on context. Why, like if it's like a new FF Tactics with new content, or in the case of Marvel vs. Capcom Collection, let's go back there. Um, that game hasn't been released for like more than 10 years.
Ah,
I'm talking about the Mouse Capcom lah.
mm,
One and two. Well, one was released along with X-Men versus Street Fighter for the PS3 a while back, but they delisted. But yeah, in that case, they got delisted right after. I believe Disney bought Marvel, so that got delisted right after from the PSN store and whatnot. So it's very hard to get those kind of games now unless you pirated it or play in another emulator or whatever. So with that context, yeah, that collection is like very important for the fans or in Marvel's Capcom in general. Because it just revived what people believe was a dead franchise or an impossible franchise since Marvel is so big now and getting the license might be super hard. But lo and behold, the collection's coming out. And yeah, a remaster like that would have been amazing, and I would pay full price. And they also include from the very beginning the games from the one that started the first crossover. Oh no, sorry, the first Capcom X-Men fighting game up to the semi before Marvel's Capcom 3 um, release on the Marvel's Capcom 2 lah. Because Marvel's Capcom 3 you can get it on the PS4, which is no problem. Everyone can buy. Even I just bought it a few months back. So that had no problem getting it access. So yeah, same goes for FF Tactics. The only thing the new latest version is we can just get it on the Android or iOS, and that's even if Square would continue to update compatibility since those OS keeps updating. But so far they are like even the latest iOS they can play or latest Android they can still play. Thank goodness. So yeah, and they're usually on sale, lowest to 16 ringgit. So yeah, but if you want that console experience like the PS1 back in the day, yeah, it'll be great to get that experience again and remaster it. And I would pay full price for that kind of long and forgotten or ancient games that are very hard to get nowadays. Well, but when it comes to Donkey Kong, yeah, 3DS, I think you can get the 3DS version if you look for the what physical copy. That's very hard to get, lah. But if you're able to download it off the eShop or whatever, that is still yours forever. So for them to do a Wii version Wii port with the extra 3DS stuff to Switch and charge full price. That's a bit too much. That's a bit too much.
Yeah, I think based on what we more mentioned just now, right, is that it's the combination of perceived value. It's the value like Adri mentioned, the Capcom one. Why is it so enticing? Is because there are a few games in one. There are some games that's like delisted quite a while, and plus they are adding some stuff, right, like the music compilations, and yeah, they basically added some additional features on top of the games, and also the time as well. I feel like the time for Donkey Kong Country Returns, based on the last recent release, is not that far enough to justify like a $60. But I have a feeling that whatever we say also no point lah. Just watch until this game right get to the top. Whenever the next Nintendo financial report comes out, right, this game gonna be one of the top, get among the top best selling or whatever it is. Then Nintendo like, hey, we actually did it right. Okay, we're just gonna do more. Whatever next game is gonna be. So yeah, I just feel like
I don't know if the Tropical Freeze gave them the wrong idea for Nintendo. Like, oh, we remastered this 2D uh, uh, Donkey Kong game, and they're like, oh, maybe the fans want the old ones, but slightly remastered. So yeah, let's do it again. Woo.
yeah.
So
So
this happened.
unfortunately, we love Nintendo, but there's this the certain part of Nintendo that we just don't like, and this is one of them. Like
Yeah.
they, they they are in the room, but they don't know how to read it properly. Like, I feel, and also blame the fans
Yeah.
for blindly supporting it for no, like without knowing how to say no. So, that's what I
But
think.
then it's, can't blame the fans too much because they're like, oh, they thought like maybe we support this, maybe we get a new Donkey Kong game in the same, but I don't know, maybe Nintendo like misread. I feel like Nintendo misread the wants, the demand. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's how this happened.
yeah,
Yeah.
true. I hope that they will add more stuff lah. Maybe in a way, I kind of hope that they have more to share. So that they make this whole HD remaster thing more valuable than what it is right now. For me, it's just a value at the moment that I feel it's just not there. Let's move on to the next topic. More one
I'm
as well,
sorry,
but
guys. I think I may need to go
oh,
because
okay,
I'm
no
gonna put my
problem.
kid to sleep. Yeah. But
All
yeah,
right.
thank you so much.
All right. No
I did
problem. Thank
cover.
you, Adri. Thank you, Adri. All right.
Yeah, guys.
See you. All right. In that case, right, let's talk about the one last thing only before we end the whole thing. All right. Sir. Oh, I miss everyone. Sir, are you still there?
Hello.
All right. Cool. You can hear me, right?
Sorry, my headphone. There's something about the setting that I need to switch because it will automatically off by itself. I'm sorry for that.
Okay. Have you solved it or still
Yeah,
fix it?
I hope so. I'll be talking to myself
All right,
all
cool.
this while.
Yeah, okay. You're okay for now. All right.
All
So
right,
since Adri's gone, I will just choose one last topic, smaller topic.
sure.
We get it done. Then we move on. The Capcom one. Too bad he moved on already. So I'll talk about it.
Yeah,
It's just, I mean, it happens next week now, so we'll talk about that later. All right, let's talk about the last topic. Since Adri's gone, we'll move the Capcom one to next week. Let's talk about leaks because there's one thing that's pretty that's always happened whenever a Nintendo Direct approaches is always leaks. We always have a
hmm
bunch of proposed so-called leakers. They like to leak the games that supposedly will come out. Some of them are fake. A lot of, sorry, not some. A lot of them are
a
fake.
lot of them.
You have seen a lot of those those so-called image of
Yeah,
um Nintendo highly confidential papers listing down a bunch of weird games. And plus with a feature or special characteristic which is always taken very terribly, like the camera always that last minute the shutter move a bit, it always move a little bit. You need to have that feature. So yeah, that's when you know it's kind of fake lah. I mean, anyway, a lot of them are fake, but occasionally there'll be some that are supposedly under the category of
reliable.
reliable. So apparently, this right after this Nintendo Direct, there are two well-known leakers. They are being exposed. I'm not gonna talk about them, like the controversy behind them. Like one of them is like supposedly an American male trying to pretend to be a Japanese female or something like that. I don't want to talk about any of those. That's their problem. But basically, it was found out under a report that for these leakers, there's a source. They both have the same source, if I'm not wrong, and this source is actually someone from Nintendo Japan who actually,
And
yeah, Nintendo of Japan, who's actually like working in the back end or something like that. So that person is the one that leaks these titles to these two leaker, and supposedly this article, um when doing the interview, these two leaker is not aware that this interviewer, this article, the author is going to review this problem, that they review this news, so this information, but it came out, and then these two leaker pretty much have to run away already. They pretty much erased their social media presence, and I think they are just gone lah. They are really just gone. So I just wanna. This is a very interesting situation because usually when there's a Nintendo Direct coming, we will always rely. Some of us also will read and rely on these people, like what kind of thing can they share with us and stuff like that. Um, but after this, pretty much we have two so-called reliable ones that's gone lah. But anyway, I want to get back to the topic first. Nintendo during the most recent what's it called, their investor meeting, they have already announced that they will be enforcing stricter measures to prevent future leaks. So what we can tell is someone at Nintendo of Japan lost their job after this one. I'm not sure who it is,
mhm.
but I don't think it's very hard to pinpoint lah. Right? So anyway, talking about the leak itself lah, do you think that the leaks should be completely blocked in video games, or do you think that there's actually value in it in a way? I'll share mine first. From a company's perspective, obviously you don't want it to your the thing that you work so hard for it to actually be leaked lah. And from a consumer's perspective, you always wanted information, and so leak is always good. But I'm trying to go a middle ground here. From a business perspective, I find that leak could be good sometimes in order to generate some hype, some pre-teaser hype, in order to basically get people hype for that something is happening, rather than people always wondering, oh, what's gonna happen, nothing's happening, should we panic and stuff like that. At least a little bit of thing, a sprinkle of information get leaked out, you can actually get some hype going. But I feel like that is healthy. But what do you think?
I'm I'm a guy who doesn't like trailer if you talk about movie, and also a leak, definitely, because for me it will in a way steal your excitement when you have a copy, for example, of a game, and you already know part of the story because you have watched a trailer, or even if you watch a movie, right? If you know what I'm saying, because some of the trailer, they will reveal too much information that you don't want it to be revealed. You just want to have that surprise. So I'm that guy. But being in this um, community and seeing a lot of leaks here and there, if you still remember the Smash Bros. League, where people are like, oh, this is the league where you will get all the new character, and like what you see, the league actually keeps the hype and excitement from the consumer perspective. Yes, leaks are definitely a huge spoiler, but for me, back then, when I learned about leak, I have no idea about leak. Actually, I learned about leak when I was uh, reading and watching a movie about Black BlackBerry. Is it? Yeah, the phone. When I was in a flight,
Mm-hmm.
they were saying that leak is part of their marketing because they really want to keep people hype and in the loop,
Mm-hmm.
or else they're gonna get bored and move on
Mm-hmm.
and care less about their products.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that I think is a positive thing. But then, of course, for Nintendo, the information security from the employee is very, very crucial. Of course, they do not want to reveal something they have been hiding, and definitely hiding that information for years. Sooner or later, it will get leaked somewhere somehow, right? So I think, okay, if you're an avid Twitter user, Facebook user with a community there, if you have a leak, you will be the guy that people will always rely on to get that hunger of that information. And with that, the cloud, you'll get famous, right? And of course, uh, if you dare enough to be very, very public, you will get some legal action out of it. So, so you want to get famous and get money from Elon Musk? Yeah, go ahead and try to hide if the legal is under your, carpet. So, I if that kind of game is very hype, I will keep on looking for the information in Twitter. Like Supervive, for example, I really want to know what's the next hero role that I will get in the next few weeks. So those kind of leak is something that you can rely on people. It can be just a rumors, like what you said, 90% of it will be false. But it is something for you to hope and dream of. Which for me, some of the games that I'm not so into, but I really was playing during that time, I would just get into the rumors and also the leak, just for the sake of having to entertain myself. So I think there is still a room for leak. I'm not encouraging people to just leak everywhere, especially if you have a good reliable source out of it, because just wait for the legal information to come. It'll be more fun that way. Because trust me, uh, if you look something, there will be only two cohort of individuals. They will either hate you so much, or either they're gonna love you so much. So pick your poison. So just want to be neutral out of it. So
I,
that's what I think about.
I feel like the usefulness of leaks, right? It goes along with how society works these days, because of
Mm-hmm.
how information goes out so fast in the modern age. People are always dying, and I mean not dying lah, but craving for information on certain things that they like. So with that, in that case, leaks actually helps to fuel it. And oh,
Surprise!
Oh,
I'm
welcome back.
my kid fell asleep. My kid fell asleep like.
Did
okay.
you drug them?
Yeah,
Wow.
just in
Drug
time to
is
finish off the podcast.
all right. I'm sharing my view on the leaks first. Hold on a second. After you be your turn.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Basically, going back to the information thing. So I definitely agree that leaks has its usefulness when it comes to fueling conversations, because I mean like these days, right, you keep hearing things like video game companies are prioritizing engagement, conversations. So it's not like last time games where we heard about a certain game's existence through like G4, video game magazines, TV a little bit, and after that we just wait for it to come out. Then it comes out, then we just play, and that's it. These days it's all about we don't want that anymore. We want to know everything about it, not
Yeah.
just the online articles. So this leaks thing, I mean, like Zerg said lah, like I also mentioned that like 95%, 95% are just wrong, but at least it helps to keep the conversation going about a certain brand or a certain IP of a game going. And I feel like
Yeah,
in a way, regardless of whether is it right or wrong, it does help the video game company, the dev behind it. It's just I kind of feel that there's a double-edged sword behind it, where if it's good news, fantastic lah, right? but if it's but if it's a but if it's a wrong information, I think mentioning just now as well a little bit, where it can actually destroy actually any good momentum that a
Yeah.
company has generated. Like current, like this is good this way, like Concord right now, it could be a good game, but like the information that's coming out right now is just like not helping it, because there's like leaks or coming out of information that's just like negative towards the game. So I don't know lah. I just feel like leaks definitely is a double-edged sword lah. So the people that leaked it need to really think about it lah. If you want to leak, maybe leak a little bit, just some useful small little trinkets of information. I think that's fine, but don't do it like immediately say, oh, the next Nintendo Direct will have Zelda will be playable and stuff like that. Don't do that kind of thing lah. But give a little bit of small little information. I think that's still okay lah. At least it gets people interested on what's coming up next than not knowing anything at all. Although I would actually prefer that way lah, personally, not knowing it. So Adri, what about you? We talk about leaks.
I
Oh,
Let
sorry.
me add before Adri hop in. I
okay.
think the closest example that I can give, say for example, if we were to get the leak about the Zelda and Mario and Luigi, right? I think the impact of that direct and how effective that direct that can make us wow will be very much reduced. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
we already knew it 2 months prior to the direct. So
Yeah.
direct is something that everyone is so hyped watching. I don't mind staying up just or even waking up in the middle of the night just to watch the direct. So this is where the leak might be bad in that sense. And of
Yeah.
course, in terms of company per se, um, is their intellectual property, and for sure they spend money on the marketing and who is going to be the one who unveil during the direct itself. Again, for example, like Zelda. So yeah, that's my 2 cents.
I will just add one last thing as well. If you actually already have a marketing plan, right, like Nintendo always have, then a
Uh-huh.
leak, right, is actually not good. But
Yeah.
if you have like
Exactly.
maybe like I'm just trying to think right here. If you are a dev or indie dev or a triple A dev that is making something like new, something unique, I feel like the leak might help. I think lah. because a lot of times, usually these indie devs have not much marketing plan, always struggling to find a way to promote the game. They know they have a very interesting premise, a unique feature of the game, but they just don't know how to can't find a way to penetrate it. In that case, a leaker or something like that, to put out the information, I think that might, in that case, a leak
True.
might
Yeah.
help. I think
In a
that might
sense,
help. Yeah. Anyway, now I
but
want to.
but re-
Yeah, go
but
ahead, Nick.
rarely I hear any leaks of an indie game. I don't know if you like. Maybe you're into the indie. Okay, if you like an indie game that got super popular, like Hollow Knight, and then they make a sequel, then yeah, then that kind of leak would have been great. But then it took them so long for Silksong to come out, so now it's just annoying.
What do you mean?
But
It changed name. It's called Mio, missing in
it,
something. Sorry. I'm sorry.
but
Forgot the name.
I don't know. But yeah, getting leaked for indie game is very. I rarely see it anywhere. But for the AAA one, the usual Nintendo, Xbox, Insomniac, whatever, yeah, we see it, and I find that kind of kind of a bit off-putting for me. Like I would just avoid if they say it's a Sony leak or whatever. I'm just gonna, and most of the time it's fake anyway, or some people just put a stupid bull crap. Like the Nintendo Direct is always some stupid list they want to
Yeah, we
put.
mentioned just
The,
now.
yeah, you guys share in WhatsApp or whatever you guys see on Twitter or Facebook, like Silk Song 2, Silk Song 2 Fast 2, Silk Song, whatever nonsense they want to put in that list. Yeah. So even if I do see a leak, I cannot believe. I won't. I don't know. It's very hard for me to believe it in the first place because there's so many people try to be funny about it. Um. Yeah. So I just don't like leaks in general. It's just some people would just, yeah, it's kind of lame. But if it were an actual leak, then it's kind of sad because it just ruins everybody's hard work trying to, keep it a surprise. And as a consumer, I felt like that I like surprises. Just like if that Nintendo Direct they leak out that Dragon Quest One and Two is coming out in that list, I'll be super disappointed because I wouldn't feel the super hype that I felt that night. Or
It
even
was
Capcom. What?
it was actually leaked. Aldrich.
What?
Yeah, it
When?
was.
Great that I didn't see it. Great. Somehow
Yeah,
the
yeah.
algorithm knows I don't want to see leaks. I
It
didn't
was
want to see it.
there. It was there in social media for 3 weeks, I believe. So yeah.
Great. Great. I
But
avoided that. Thank goodness.
I mean, I
Thank
mean,
goodness.
I
We,
mean, in a way, like Dragon Quest One. I mean, like they are remaking three, right? It's not like a very far fetched prediction
Right. In the context of that, yes.
to think that they would remake one and two, right? So yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
If you played the game before, you will know that it bound to happen, and the prequel and the first and the second is something that will come together. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
true.
So it's not too
That makes
far
sense.
fetched, lah. So, but I do realize, right? I agree with someone actually mentioned like this time the Nintendo Direct, right? There are some games like that. If you read the, if you don't know that it actually is in the Nintendo Direct, the name of the game, right, does feels kind of like things that you can see from those fake leaks, like the Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I don't
Yeah.
know lah. This feels kind of like a leak kind of thing. So I kind of agree on certain thing lah, like Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. I feel like it should be in there as well. There are some lah. I forgot what other games already lah, but it feels kind of like this time. I think Nintendo did do better in terms of of controlling leaks. There's a lot of
Yeah,
information
this
here
one.
that, especially during this Nintendo Direct, that we don't know. Of course, there are some obvious guesses like what Adi mentioned just now. They remake three of it doesn't feel far fetched to think that they're gonna remake one and two, but the Zelda one is unexpected, and the Mario and Luigi one, that
Oh
one actually,
yeah. Mario
that one
Luigi
has a
one.
huge impact because nobody
Yeah,
knows,
yeah.
right? So yeah,
Yeah, because
that
it's
was a
very
pretty cool.
unlikely for it to show up because the studio is shut down, right? So it's very unlikely to show up. So when it was the first thing we saw that Nintendo Direct, I felt, yeah, that was crazy to see that it came back somehow for the Switch. For this
But
for the Switch last hurrah. So yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy
But
it made it for the Switch, to be honest.
yeah, actually, it looks good as well. This looks crazy
Yeah.
good. Um,
Yeah.
I'm
yeah, sorry. I just want to add in again, but like what Adri said before, you you honestly cannot just blame people for having a hunger towards leak, because
yep.
there's habitual leak from a company itself. I'm speaking about Apple, for example. They will be leak about,
Uh,
iPhone 16 will have this kind of thing, blah blah. It's habitual, you know. Every time the new phone comes out, there will be a new feature of a subsequent phone. I don't understand that kind of thing, but no one is taking action about that. So, like what I said, it is feeding people out of all this news that they are hungry for. So,
I,
yeah,
I, I,
probably
f-
it comes from the company itself.
I
Who
agree with
knows?
what Zerg said, especially for phones lah, because for Apple is always in very tight competition with Samsung and whatever it is, right? So they always
yeah.
trying to one up each other, and how they gonna do it? They still got quite some time before the next so-called the reveal show, whatever, right? So I have a feeling that this purposely quite leak it out just to let people get excited about the next
Yeah.
Samsung Galaxy S24. So get excited
Yeah,
about
get
next
a
iPhone
conversation
16.
going.
Yeah, so I guess
Yep.
those are like intentional leaks. Um, Especially you're in a very tight competition. I feel like that happens all the time. But when it comes to Nintendo, yeah, try not to do that if possible. After all this conversation that we all have, right? I'm more on the camp of let's just block leaks. I don't think it's that useful anymore. Do it in like
Please, please.
smartphones, whatever if you want, because though a lot of their devices are all pretty much the same, you're trying to one up each other as little as you can, then do your leak. But in video games, right, I feel kind of let's not do that at all. Anyway, since Adri is here, should we just go a quick one with the last question? At first Adri's gone, so I just don't want to move up do the last one, but since Adri is here, let's do a very quick one. Basically,
A quick
Adri,
prediction of
Capcom's next summer 2024. So it's happening next Tuesday, 6 a.m. I'm not watching this. I'm not sure
uh,
you are watching it. But anyway, they did say
yeah,
that
it
they're gonna come
will.
up new information of Kunitsugami, Path of the God. This is the one I'm interested. Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, which Adri has not known until
I did not know
recently,
that.
and Resident Evil 7 for iOS Mac.
Yeah,
I
for
think this
Zerg.
question is
That's for
for
Zerg.
oh yeah, okay.
And
So
for
you
Reese as well.
for this we keep labeling him as Mac user, even me, but actually he also uses PC. I That's stereotype lah, guys. Let's not do.
Great that Reese gets to play RE7 now. Good for him.
So based on the list here, I don't know if they're gonna add more. I think that's it lah. So let's assume that this is it lah. So are you guys excited
Yeah,
about this showcase?
not really, to be honest. I expected more, like
I'm so
maybe Echo
tired of
Run.
all this.
Are you it's like it's tired of all
No,
this?
at
Yeah,
first
all
right,
this waking up
at,
early.
at first right, Adri was very excited when it's after I think
Yeah,
I told you about the second picture that they shared of these three
yes,
games. There's like he
right
got
after that.
deflated pretty quick. I feel.
Right after that, I thought there'll be more Capcom stuff also, but yeah, I think they just want to get the games that are gonna come out the first few weeks of July. Yeah, Kirisugami is coming 18, I believe.
On Game Pass
18
too,
July.
remember? Game
Game
Pass.
Pass, yep. Coming to Game Pass as well. So they just want to get that out of the way first. 19 July, sorry. I don't know, but Dead Rising suddenly has appeared. It wasn't announced. Did it announce?
I think
I,
this one was
I,
like no leaks, nothing. It was amazing.
I didn't expect it at all. And then RE for iOS and Mac. I thought RE7, RE8 is already out for
Yeah, I
iOS
thought
and Mac,
I
so
agree.
they
Was
just
it?
go back.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so
I
it's a
mean,
bit weird for me to see it there. I mean, they could just do a separate video, but I don't know.
or just
Maybe
a X tweet.
maybe the marketing team needs something.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. It just can be exposed. That's pretty much it,
I don't know.
right? I
I don't think they're gonna go for. Oh yeah, one more thing that kind of the Nintendo style. I don't think they're gonna do that.
yeah, I
Usually
think
Capcom's like really straightforward what they mean.
I think they are pretty clear on this one that these are the only three games. I mean, I'm personally excited with as usual the Kunisugami lah. That one looks for me looks great. Um, Although I think it might be a smaller game than people expected when they first watch it, the reveal.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, it's cool nonetheless. But Dead Rising is a surprise. I actually have fond memories on that one. Unfortunately I didn't get the chance to play second, and there was a third, right? And there was a fourth.
Yep. There's
Yeah.
four. Yeah, there's four of them.
Yeah,
There's
so
four of them.
this I didn't get to play 2, 3, and 4 lah, but the first one was always the most standout one because you are a reporter, a funny one at that, I feel. And I recall you get to snap some photos or stuff like that, especially the Wii version. Um,
Frank West is his name.
yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think Frank West was in a fighting game as well, if I'm not wrong.
He was in Marvel's Capcom and Tatsunoko vs. Capcom as well.
Wow,
Was
that's
Capcom
awesome.
3 and Infinite. Yeah. He was there because back then when Capcom was trying to break into the Western uh market, they were doing like Western focused style games. So Frank West was one of them. And see some of these Japanese centric games like Marvel's Capcom or Tatsunoko vs. Capcom was like very, if you're not Japanese, you don't know what they're doing. So they just put that Frank West to make the Americans feel like, oh, we have an American looking
We have
character.
representation. We have
Yeah,
representation.
exactly. That is, in a way, what Capcom thought that would appeal to the Western market back then. Back then, but now they're okay lah. But yeah, Frank West appearing in 3 fighting versus Capcom games already. That's crazy when you think about it. So yeah,
Yes.
so this remaster is really something. Maybe, maybe just to see if people want another Dead Rising game. But there's already
Actually,
four of them, so I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe
and I
see
feel
the
like
fifth one.
a lot of them are pretty becoming samey. I think the fourth one was pretty interesting. I heard like there's more customization, mixing different kind of weapons. More, they seems to kind of focus on that one. I recall, I think it was in a sorry, Xbox One. I think. Oh wow, that's
The
quite
first
some
one?
time ago. I think Dead Rising 4 is it on like Xbox One?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I recall there was a E3 if I'm not wrong, and then they show a bunch of zombies. That was crazy and amazing. Anyway, so Adri's not excited about this one at all, right? That's too bad.
Not really. But I might watch it. I might watch it. I don't know.
Wow, 6 a.m. Jeez,
It's
I am so
it's
jealous.
I gotta wake up around that time anyway, so might
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
might as well. But if it's specifically Nolan, right? Sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's pretty much our thought on the Capcom next summer event. Nothing crazy. And to be frank, even if they want to add in like Monster Hunter Wilds, I feel like if it's something like what they showed previously, I'm kind of like, let's just wait a little bit longer. Maybe in the wait the next round they can show more stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much what I think. But anyway,
Yeah.
that should be it for this round. Sorry, we have smaller topics only this time, but hopefully there'll be more things happening
It's been good. It's
next
been good.
week. All right. So I want to thank all our members here, Adri and Zerg, for being here. And yeah, so hope everyone had a good weekend. Have a good night, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Good night.